Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I could feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I could feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. On the day we are together again. On the day we are together again. I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again. We will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt, the candlelight will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand when we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday we will go back to work. Someday we will go back to work. May we be among people who respect our work. Someday we will go back to work. I will write you a letter for now. I will write you a letter for now. Hope is a message that survives somehow. I will write you a letter for now. I will help the strangers I meet. I will the strangers I meet. It is possible to get back on our feet. I will help the strangers I meet. To the healers who keep us alive. To the healers who keep us alive. A toast to your courage, knowledge and light. To the healers who keep us alive. And the ones we love who are gone. And the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. It's good to see you all in chat. Today is February 27th, 2024. It is 5:32 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. There is a press conference coming for 3-year-old Elijah View, who has been missing a solid week as of today. In my opinion, I think he has been missing a little bit longer than that, but as police says, uh, based upon Jesse and Katrina, he has been missing a solid week. Today, we got that press conference about 27 minutes from now. They have been doing an amazing job searching for Elijah, literally around the clock. Um, Before we get to that press conference, I did want to go over. I read the affidavit yesterday, or the probable cause affidavit yesterday. However, today I wanted to go over the what it actually says in the affidavit while we are waiting the 27 minutes or so. Um, like I said yesterday, I just read it. It was a lot. It was so, you know, when you read the probable cause affidavits, that's when you're kind of like, damn, it's real. Not that it's not real before, but you just know so much more. And always remember, in a probable cause affidavit, they tell you the very least that they can tell the judge in order to throw him in jail, right? That there's more of a probable cause that they have allegedly done this than not done this. So, Justin, has hers came out yet? Not. That's a good question. I need to check on that. I'll check on that. I'll look for you. See if I can and find that. We know that there has been lying in this affidavit. There has been child neglect, abuse, a bunch of things. Guidance says same feeling hearing it in court as fact to the feels in. Yes. Yeah. Now it's little chatter. They're saying that the Vu family or some of the family members may speak in this press conference, or they might have a message. I don't know. That's kind of what's going around at the moment. So a lot to cover. Um, while we do this, the probable cause affidavit, um, I do want to let's just let's just go over briefly about what we do know in this case as of now. Elijah View, he's a 3-year-old boy who's been missing for over a week, actually a week today, in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, last seen on February 20th. The circumstances surrounding his disappearance are at the very minimum concerning, and here is what we know. Elijah View was last seen around 8 a.m. February 20th, 2024, in the 3900 block of Mishcot Road in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, a town on the shore of Lake Michigan in Wisconsin. It's right there on the lake. The police received a call at 10:59 from the adult caregiver, which is Jesse, believed to be his mother's girlfriend. His name is Jesse Vang, reporting the boy as missing. Despite extensive search efforts by the community, there has been no trace of Elijah View. Volunteers have covered state, county, and city parks, as well as residential areas, in hopes to bring Elijah home. The support from the community has been remarkable, with people showing up to the search for signs of Elijah. Efforts continue even though there has been no significant progress in the investigation that we are at least aware of in the public. One second here. All right. The next search dates are scheduled for February 29th, March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd. Participants are asked to check at the Mika Mik God, y'all have some strange names up there. Theater in Manitowoc. Elijah's mother has been charged with neglect for leaving him with her boyfriend's house to teach him how to be a man or a big boy. He could have he could have ran away. He could have been sold. He could have been an alive monsters. Um, any of that is true. Okay, thank you, guidance. I will check right now. Oh, here we go. Thank you. We got the affidavit for Katrina. Probable cause affidavit. I'm reading this the first time with you. 1 second, please. All right. So this says Katrina B. Burr, 920 Race Street, number 203, Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. DOB 12992, female, eye color brown, hair color brown, 5'7", 110 pounds. The undersigned complaint, being duly sworn, states that the following complaint is true and correct. Count 1: neglecting a child, specified harm did not occur, and a child under 6 years of age, PTAC, as a party to a crime. Hold on, I need to do something here. I need to fix this so I can make it a little bit bigger for me, because I've got really bad vision. Really bad vision. All right. The above named defendant on or between February 12th, 2024 and February 20th, 24 in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin as a party to a crime, being a person responsible to the welfare of victim child, date of birth August of 2020, through her actions for reasons other than poverty, did neglect fail to provide necessary care so as to serious endangerment of the physical, mental, or emotional health of the child, and the natural and probable consequences of this violation would be harm under 948.213 A, B, C, or D Wisconsin stat, although the harm did not actually occur and the child, contrary to section 948.212 and 3E, 939.503, 939.05 Wisconsin stat, a class 1 felony, and upon conviction may be fined no more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 3 years and 6 months or both. All right, this is where it gets started. Hey, Chloe. Hello, dear. All right, here we go. The above obstructing an officer. The above named defendant on or about Tuesday, February 20th, that's a week ago today, in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, did knowingly obstruct an officer did while such officers was doing an act in an official capacity and with law authority obstructed officers contrary to section 946.411 939.513A Wisconsin stat, a class A misdemeanor, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 9 months or both. Count 3, obstructing an officer. The above named defendant on or about February 20th in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, did knowingly obstruct an officer while such was doing an act in the official capacity and with lawful authority obstructed officers contrary to section 946.411.939.513A Wisconsin stat, and class A misdemeanor, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 9 months or both. Okay, so we got that part. Now, give me 1 second. All right, here's where it starts. Here's where it actually really starts. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? So I can make it bigger. There we go. Got about 16 minutes till the press conference. The complaint alleges he is informed of the reports of Megan Klumplin, known to the complainant to be the detective of the Two Rivers Police Department and Detective Lieutenant Jacob Glasser of the Two Rivers Police Department, that the incident occurred in Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, based upon information provided by Detective Klumplin and Detective Lieutenant Glasser. On February 20th, 2024, the Two Rivers Police Department was notified by dispatch that Jesse Vang called 911 at 10:59 a.m., reporting that he was babysitting a 3-year-old child. Victim Vang reported that while watching, he fell asleep. When he woke up, the child was missing. Law enforcement responded to Vang's residence at 3918 Mishicot Road, apartment 102 in Two Rivers, Manitowoc, Wisconsin. In the attempt to locate victim, law enforcement has been unsuccessful in locating the victim as of February 26, 2024. It's weird to me that he called right at 11 o'clock, like almost on the dot. Seems a little weird to me, like it's planned, in my opinion. On February 20th, 2024, Detective M. Klumplin and Two Rivers Police Department spoke with Vang at the residence at 3918 Mishicot Road, apartment 102. Vang said he was in a relationship with the victim's mother, Katrina B. Burr. Vang stated that victim had been staying with him recently. Vang stated that he had been trying to help Burr correct victim's bad behaviors. Vang stated that he has been assisting with the care of the victim for approximately 1 month, but not continuously. Vang stated that on today's date, February 20th, 2024, he woke up with his autistic teenager son. Vang helped his son getting on the bus at approximately 7:30 in the morning. Vang stated victim was still asleep after he walked his son to the bus. Vang stated that he woke the victim up at 800 hours 8 a.m. and brought him into the bedroom with Vang. Vang stated that he shut the door and Vang fell asleep. Vang stated he woke up at approximately 11 a.m. and found that the victim was gone. Okay, now I already see a big discrepancy right here. He woke up at 11 o'clock and saw the victim gone. So he calls it 10:59, which is basically 11 o'clock. So he immediately woke up and it took less than a minute for him to call the police. There you go, princess. Yep. There you go, Batgirl. Yep. No bueno. Sounds like Candace. Yep. All right. And found that the victim was gone. Vang said he then called 911 to report the victim missing. On February 20th, 2024, Detective Lieutenant Glasser spoke with Burr, uh, Katrina. Katrina stated that the victim has been in the care of Jesse Vang for approximately 1 week. Uh, Katrina resides at Wisconsin Dells. Uh, Katrina stated she dropped the victim off with Jesse Vang on 2/12/2024 in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. She intended on victim coming back to the Wisconsin Dells on Friday, 2/23/24. On 2/20/24, DCI agent Neil Lofty did speak with Katrina and denied that she was in Manitowoc County area on the February 16th and 17th. Detective Clumplin is aware that pursuant to search warrants, law enforcement did contact forensic extractions for Jesse Vang and Katrina's cell phones after they were consensually turned over to law enforcement. Based upon analysis of these cell phones, specifically located data obtained, and law enforcement obtained information that contradicted Katrina's statements that she had not been at the Manitowoc area on February 16th and 17th, 2024. Law enforcement located messages from Vang and Katrina and Jesse at approximately 6:39 p.m. and 6:49 p.m. February 17th, 2024. When Jesse told Katrina that he is angry that the victim overfilled his diaper with poop and pee. That tends to happen if you only change them one effing time a day. Sorry. And that Jesse gave victim a cold shower. Vang noted that victim was clean but scared. I think it's pretty much the same as the other one so far. Detective Lieutenant Glasser spoke with Katrina, and she stated that Jesse was the enforcer of rules in the relationship and that he was the one sending victim to stay with Vang. She discussed with him the limits of what discipline she did not want used. Other than that, she was fine with whatever discipline Jesse enforces. She gave examples of discipline, including praying, saying he was sorry, and going over 4 rules that the victim is supposed to be Bear with me 1 second. So far, it's the exact same thing. Memorizing, at no point did she admit she was in the city of Two Rivers between February 12th, 2024 and February 20th, 24, or have any face-to-face contact with the victim. They are lying, in my opinion. She doesn't work and she couldn't pray with him. Exactly. That's what I said yesterday. You can't pray with your son? What? It sounds like this little guy didn't get enough love and attention in order to learn. Yeah. It has to be positive reinforcement with, if you've ever potty trained a kid, positive reinforcement. Oh, big boy, big girl, yay. Okay. She said that she was discussing behavior issues with Fang around Thanksgiving of 2023, and he said she needed to try harder to stop the behavior. Katrina stated she wanted Jesse to teach the victim by example of how to be a man. She said that the first time victim had gone to stay with Jesse without her was in January of 2024, which tells us right there that, in my opinion, he's been abusing this baby, breaking little Elijah's spirit since at least January. She said the past week was the longest time the victim had stayed with Jesse without her being there. Detective Lieutenant Glasser said, while talked about this past week, she admitted she had been in Two Rivers on February 16th, 2024. She said she left the Wisconsin Dells area around 6 or 7 p.m. and she arrived at Two Rivers late that night. I think this happened on the 16th, y'all. In my opinion, this feels like it happened on the 16th, which is the day we see little Elijah's photo in that shop, scared to death, while Jesse's getting his blow and go in so he can drive. That's right, Mohawk. That's right. Give me just a minute, y'all. I need to check on this press conference. Bear with me 1 moment, please. WBAY. Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't know if this was just one of those things that was going to be, this conference was planned. I know it just kind of happened all at once, it felt like. To Rivers Police Department. Okay, they have not done anything yet. All right, so when that pops up, we'll go over. We got about 4 minutes before they're supposed to start. What did Yorkshire say? What's a blow and go, please? Oh, okay. It's for when you have a DUI and you have to breath analyzer to start your car. That's what a blow and go is. Sorry. We call them blow and goes. I don't know. Hey, Spirit. How are you, honey? Yeah, nothing on Two Rivers as of now. Let me just make sure 1 second here. Okay. Just trying to see if WBAY has anything in here. 7, 6. So it's 5 o'clock there. Okay. All right. So there's nothing yet. Nothing yet. I see you. Can you watch the Two Rivers police just to make sure that when they pop that camera up to. Oh, let me make sure it's not under the videos part. Sometimes Facebook does their videos kind of weird. Nope, still not under that. Okay. All right. Blow and go meant something else before booting. What day was he reported missing? The 20th. He was reported missing the 20th, yes. But he could have been anywhere. They could have this baby anywhere. If they had days ahead to clean up, you know, when she said in this probable cause that she showed up late that night and he looked very tired, that's a problem to me. That's a big problem. I'm getting a message from. Here is here Jesse sent it here. Yes. Okay. All right. We got about 2 minutes. They should be popping these cameras on. I don't want to read this until. Huh. All right, let's see if it's on any of the news. Is the press conference still going on? Is it just me? I can't shake the feeling he either got into something or was given something. Yeah. Was he given something? Did Jesse give him something to? Okay, here we go. We're live. We're live. Here we go. Press conference starting. Boy, they start right on. Can you flip the?
From the time he went missing, everyone has been working tirelessly to find 3-year-old Elijah.
It's the way it is,
It's our
guys.
number one focus, and finding him is the top priority of every single law enforcement officer, volunteer, member of this community, and his family. We have brought in some of the best.
And I don't know what happened. Maybe they're starting over. that was really weird. Let's see if they start a new one.
Okay, everybody's microphones working okay? Good. Right, I'd like to welcome everybody here to
Okay, here we go.
Wisconsin tonight. My name is Dan Hartwig, Manitowoc County Sheriff, spelling my last name Hartwig.
Here, I got
I serve
another
as
way.
Public Information Officer for this press conference for the Tourist Police Department.
Give me 1 second. I want to show you guys.
From the time he went missing, everyone has been working tirelessly to find 3-year-old Elijah. He is our number one focus, and finding him is the top priority of every single law enforcement officer, volunteer, member of the
We pull that up for look that we have authority
in the country over the past week to find him. We want to thank all of our law enforcement partners, specifically our local law enforcement, Division of Criminal Investigations, FBI, local volunteer fire departments, private search and rescue, community search groups, local businesses for food donations, and Wisconsin sheriffs for providing a multitude of resources to our search for Elijah. Tonight, you have a couple speakers before you. First up will be Chief Ben Minard of the Two Rivers Police Department to provide an update on search efforts over the past week. We'll also have 2 members of Elijah's family who will also speak here tonight. Some things I want to let you folks know as well. When the family comes up here to speak, they're going to be stepping off to the side once they are completed. We respectfully request that you do not film them after they are done speaking. The chief will have about 5 minutes for questions after everyone is done speaking. He will not speak about the current situation involving Katrina Bauer and Jesse View. Most of that is already in the media, and they're currently in custody in the Manitowoc County Jail. When asking questions, we ask that you raise your hand and state your name and which news organization you are with.
Thank you all for being here this evening. My name is Ben Minard, BenMeinnert. I'm the chief of the Two Rivers Police Department. A child missing for any amount of time is everyone's worst nightmare. That's why we're here today. Elijah, a 3-year-old boy, has been missing now for a week today. For the past week, we've utilized hundreds of resources, worked around the clock in our attempts to bring Elijah home. Right now, I'd like to bring everybody just up to speed with our search for Elijah and how that went. Elijah was reported a week ago today, like I said, around 11 a.m. in the 3900 block of Mishicot Road here in Two Rivers. Everyone searched for Elijah on that day, and I mean everyone. Our police department first responders responded out. It's not necessarily an unusual incident to have a missing child. Usually we find them right away. Nearly immediately, we realized that we needed more resources. Every officer, including myself, was out searching that day for Elijah. When we needed more help, we reached out to the fire department and our Department of Public Works. Soon after that, we got some information stating that Elijah may have gone missing at 8 a.m. When we received that information, my assistant chief, Melissa Wiesner, she's a former lead investigator and she's worked many child cases. I entrusted her and I knew she had the wherewithal to reach out immediately to places like A Child is Missing, our National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. She put out numerous alerts, including missing and endangered alerts, Ring neighborhood alerts, and local emergency alerts. That included an Amber Alert. I know there's been some question about an Amber Alert on that day and why. This child was 3 years old and was reported missing on a cold winter temperature day with only a blanket and possibly light clothing. And we knew at that time, possibly 3 to 4 hours. I define that as endangered. I immediately reached out with the assistance of my staff to the Division of Criminal Investigation. This is not about me. This has always been about bringing Elijah home, and quickly. They led that investigation into his whereabouts with the support of our FBI. We also utilized almost any boat, UTV, drone, canine, and even National Guard helicopters to search for Elijah. Unfortunately, Elijah wasn't found. Following that day, we had a press conference. I know people were frustrated with that. I too was frustrated with that. We had a lot of misinformation going around on Facebook, through social media, and just in general. We felt it necessary that we had to lay out factual information of the case and bring everybody up to date to that point. We also established a tip line and got that out to the public at that time. That has been beneficial and crucial to this investigation and search. Since the conference, I have personally provided media releases daily, if not multiple times during the day, to bring our public up to date and remain transparent. Those leads, those investigations, everything we've taken as tips have led to searching our neighborhoods, searching all our waterways, aerial and foot canvases, both urban and rural, throughout Manitowoc County and even beyond. We've searched Wisconsin landfills and quarries, and we've even had additional leads in Wisconsin Dells. In addition to all those search efforts, I am aware of other investigations taking place. I can confirm Elijah's mother, Katrina Bauer, is in jail on charges of child neglect and obstructing. Katrina's boyfriend, Jesse Bang, is in jail on charges of child neglect. And I do know that Elijah's father has also been incarcerated at Oshkosh Correctional Institute in unrelated matters since 2023. I also understand that the public would like more information on those first two individuals I mentioned. However, I'm unable to discuss those matters because it is an ongoing investigation and I don't want to jeopardize those cases. I want to thank the various local, state, federal agencies, as well as all our fire and EMS, and even those private resources that have helped along the way. Thank you to everyone in the community. They've provided food and drinks towards all these efforts. And thanks to all those private search efforts. On Saturday, we announced a Crime Stoppers Award of $1,000 for information leading to the location of Elijah, and have since provided other ways that people can donate here in the community or abroad. Currently, we have those established as coming to our customer service here at City Hall, our police department, and I'm also working on establishing an online route for people to do so. When that becomes available, I will reach out to everybody and let you know. Today, the FBI has now provided an additional reward up to $15,000 for information leading to the location and return of Elijah Vu, and or the arrest and conviction of any individual or individuals responsible or involved with his disappearance. We have posters here that state just that. In addition to all those search efforts, Elijah Vu's family has been coordinating their own search efforts throughout Manitowoc County. They're here today and they'd like to provide a statement. I'd like to bring those members of Elijah's family out to make those statements for you.
On behalf of my family, we stand before you today with heavy hearts burdened by an unimaginable situation. The pain is indescribable, a torment no family or child should ever face. We cannot express the depth of our sorrow, nor the desperation that consumes us as each moment passes without news of Elijah's safety. To anyone who may have information about Elijah's whereabouts, we plead with you to please come forward. Your courage, your compassion, your willingness to speak up may hold the key to Elijah's safe return. Every piece of information will help bring us one step closer to bring Elijah back to our family where he belongs. To those who may have information, your assistance is just not a contribution, but a lifeline of hope. Elijah is a joyful and curious boy, full of life and love. He is a precious child who deserves every chance of happiness, and his absence is deeply felt by all who know and love him. Every day without him feels like a piece of our hearts is missing. We long to hear his laughter, to witness his curiosity, and to feel the warmth of his embrace. The emptiness left in his absence is a void that cannot be filled by anything else. Elijah, if you can hear us, know that you are deeply missed and loved, and we will not rest until you are safely back in our arms. Lastly, we want to express our deepest gratitude to law enforcement, government agency, and all involved in the search operation. The support of the community, the dedications of volunteers, the generosity of businesses, and the kindness showing through food and monetary donations, and so much more. We thank each and every one of you for your role in our search for Elijah. Please keep Elijah in your thoughts and prayers. And if you have any information, please come forward. We believe that with the help of the community, we can bring Elijah back home together. Thank you.
I talking English is not good, so and I want everybody to be patient with me. So and I just try that I can. So right now, I would like to thank you for everybody to help my family to search for my grandson whole week to today. So everybody know that we are very good. So, and I want to thank you for the officer or all the fire department people, all the people living in two cities here, help us to search for our grandson, our baby for 1 week right now. So, yeah, really thank you for everybody. So for right now, so I want everybody to continue to help us to look for my grandson. I want my grandson to be home with my family. So I want everybody to continue, don't stop, just searching for my baby Elijah. We want him to be safe and with my family, and we love my grandson. Thank you for it.
I'd like to thank the Booth family for being here. I have time for some questions. As the sheriff announced earlier, I won't be able to talk about the investigation of the case, but I will answer whatever questions I can.
Chief Emily Matesic from Fox 11. When was the last time someone other than Jesse Bang saw Elijah? What was the last time he was seen by someone other than someone who's arrested in the case?
Right, we've gotten that question a lot. I appreciate that question. What I will say is the reason that we've been seeking out to the public to request all the information that we are is because we are following up on every lead, tip, etc. And that is one of those things. You know, we want to know every time, anytime that Elijah was seen during this past week. So we will continue to follow up on all leads, any leads, and that's what's leading us into the locations that we've been.
What was the most recent, yes, before he disappeared?
I can't comment directly on the investigation, but I can tell you that we are following up on all those and we continue to ask for those.
Chief Rita Jones, Fox 6. Have you all
Hang on,
received,
just a second. Rita, go
Rita
ahead
Jones,
first.
Fox 6, Milwaukee, have you all received any information that indicates that Elijah is still alive, whether that be any surveillance or ring camera?
I'm not going to speculate on anything at this point, but what I will say is all our efforts are for bringing home Elijah safe. I believe that all our efforts thus far have done just that. We've reached out to hundreds and hundreds of resources over this week's time span, and they're all dedicated to bringing him home, and we'll continue to follow up on any leads to do so.
Chief Kendall, please, WISN 12. Do police believe Elijah left that residence on his own?
Again, I can't speculate. I will say that again, when we're talking about the Amber Alert that we put out, people wanted me to speculate on an abduction versus endangered. At this point, what I do know is a child was missing in cold temperatures, winter temperatures, in relatively little clothing and possibly a blanket. That's what we're searching for, and we'll continue to search for until I get some answers.
I know you asked for surveillance video. Has there been any video that shows him on his own walking, anything like that?
I can't comment directly on that. What I will say is if that is in fact the case, I know that we have DCI agents, FBI agents, and local police doing just that because we're following up on all tips, any tips that relate to Elijah Vu and his return.
Chief Perry, Postal Lagos, NBC 26, you mentioned that there are search efforts in other parts of the state. Can you speak to what those have included? You mentioned here we've been searching landfills and waterways. You said that there have been searches going on in Wisconsin Dells. What have those looked like?
Well, I think what I can tell you is that you've seen and you guys have been broadcasting searches of landfills, searches of our waterways. We know that people have been out into the Dells. Those are all things that we're following up on leads on. Any lead, we'll leave no rock unturned. We're going to follow up on those leads because ultimately our goal is, again, we want to bring Elijah home. So it doesn't matter how small that lead or tip may be, please bring that to us. Contact our tip line because we will get people out there to follow up on any lead whatsoever. I think we're going to go back over here because he was asking earlier.
You had spoke about misinformation before. How does misinformation spread, specifically in this case on Facebook, hinder this specific investigation and then just an investigation in general?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
The misinformation on Facebook, how does that hinder an investigation, this one specifically, and just in general?
That in particular doesn't necessarily hinder the investigation. What it does is it hinders all the efforts within the community. Because again, our primary efforts here are to bring Elijah home safe. And if the public's getting misinformation, that's going to lead them awry. I want them to know the facts. Our department takes pride in remaining transparent here in Two Rivers. And that's why I'm putting out all these news releases. That's why I'm having a news conference with you today, is because I want the public to know the facts, just the facts, and be up to date with those facts so they can continue their own searches. We're appreciative of those. I'm also appreciative of all the resources that we're focusing on throughout Manitowoc and beyond.
Chief, can you talk about the toll this is taking on your
I'm sorry,
department?
can we take another question over here? I'd like to spread this around.
Samantha Cavalli, WBAY News. Have you been able to find any items that Elijah was last wearing? We have video of people collecting evidence, potentially might be that dinosaur shoe that was missing.
Right, I can't comment on exactly what has been taken or would not be taken. I don't know the investigation issues there as far as how that plays out. What I do know is that we're continuing to search for any of those items that you're talking about. So basically, you guys have all seen the photo of Elijah. We've mentioned that he may have had dinosaur print shoes, a red plaid blanket, and in the clothing description. We are still looking for anybody that has tips on any of that stuff because we will follow up on it and we will try to figure out if it is related to Elijah Vu.
Where do you go from here? Is there still?
I'm sorry, can we go here? Last question.
Yeah, Chief Minor, Sheila Toe from Local 5 News. A week after he's gone missing, how confident are you that Elijah is still alive?
again, I'm not going to speculate. What I'm going to do is continue to search for Elijah Vu. We are doing everything in our efforts, believing that he is still out there. We will find him and we will bring him home. That's what we're searching for. And really, anybody in the community, anybody beyond, this is not related to just Two Rivers. This is abroad. So even outside of the Two Rivers community, I ask everybody in the state and beyond, really just start looking at your property. That's what you can do as a person not right here physically. If you're looking for something to do, first check your property, then get involved in some of these other search efforts. That would help us a great deal. And again, reach out to that tip line, come back to us and provide us with any tips and we will follow up on them.
Do investigators have a reason to believe at
I'm
this
sorry.
point that there's anyone else involved in this disappearance?
I was just gonna read. I'm sorry. That was the last question. I will just close with, I'd like to thank you, everyone for being here today. You've heard pleas from the family now. We echo those same pleas. Since our number one, our priority has always been, I keep repeating it, to bring Elijah home. I'm asking everyone to continue in their searches, continue to contact our tip line, report anything at all that you feel may help us bring Elijah home. Everyone has been affected by this deal, this incident a great deal. This is a close-knit Two Rivers community. We're all devastated. We want answers. You want answers. I know efforts of our city staff, our citizens, and those beyond our city limits are going to continue to work together, and we'll bring Elijah home. Thank you.
Will a representative from the FBI be able to answer any questions at all?
You just heard from the Two Rivers Police Department, the chief there. Let me hear
Conference,
the sheriff say anything
again,
else.
we're making that plea out to the public. Everybody's seen that kid's photo. It's pulling at everybody's heartstrings. We need to find them. Somebody knows something. Just want to remind everyone, tip line, state tip line, we've received hundreds and hundreds of tips that DCI agents are following up on, FBI agents are following up on, and local law enforcement. That tip line is 844-267-6648. And as a reminder again, as Chief reiterated, there's a $1,000 reward out from our local Crime Stoppers for information leading to the discovery of Elijah. And now the FBI has stepped up their ballgame, which we have posters set up by them, $15,000 reward for anyone that has information leading to his recovery and or arrest and prosecution of anyone responsible for his disappearance. Again, thank you all for helping share our message out today.
You just heard from the Manitowoc County Sheriff there, a bit emotional there, talking about Elijah Vu and the press conference that just took place. So let me get you up to speed if you are just joining us. We just heard from the Manitowoc Sheriff, and then we also heard from the Two Rivers Police Department. They are still searching for Elijah Vu. That is the main message that we got here out of this press conference. They would not dive into the investigation to protect the investigation, but let me just walk you through what we learned here today. Just to get us all up to speed. So we know that Elijah Vu has been missing since last week, a week ago today. He was reported missing in the 3900 block of Mishicot Road. He was reported missing by his mother's boyfriend, Jesse Vang. As soon as police got the call, they got the call at 10:59 in the morning, and they instantly started looking for Elijah. Let me pull up that new poster here of Elijah right there. And there is another one. All right, I'm going to come back out.
What do you
so I
guys
can
think?
Talk to you. So they are
Still searching for Elijah Vu. They are looking everywhere. You can tell there's emotion in the the chief's voice. This is seems like it's truly getting to him. Sorry, I'm trying to pop up something here in just a minute. I see you. I found it. It's okay. Thank you. I got it. It's good. And they haven't stopped looking. Uh, in my opinion, it feels like they're days ahead of us as far as Katrina and Jesse. They had more days ahead of us than anything. The family from Jesse's side spoke out. They were extremely emotional. My heart really goes out to the grandmother and the family. This is their grandson, and you know, we're not responsible for others' actions. It doesn't matter if they're in our family or not in our family. We're not responsible for another person's sins. We're just not. So we gotta give a little grace right there. Um, maybe they want. Sorry, Jimmy's family. Jimmy's family. Sorry. I don't know why I said Jesse. Jimmy's family, which they're all related at the end of the day. But regardless, Jimmy's family, they're very emotional, and I felt really, really bad for them. Do you think the neighbors may be leery because of gangs to come forward? Potentially. She knew she'd be charged. She hid him, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think this is child T either. I think this is, in my opinion, uh, this is strictly my opinion. This is neglect and abuse, and something happened. I was thinking about his name is Timothy. He was just in the mom and the brother was just in court. Uh, Literally got sentenced just the other day. Let me find it here. And they had this boy, they had abused him, and they had given him bread with hot sauce on it. Timothy Ferguson, yes. And they were giving him cold baths, and he died of more or less malnutrition and hypothermia. And I thought about little Elijah. Were they giving, they admitted to giving him cold showers and cold baths and stuff. Could it be something like that? I don't think that he was fed properly, most likely. I definitely think that she kept, or they kept him covered in that while he was at the shop, because God knows what was on, bruises or whatever at the time. It was horrific. Ginger snaps. Cold shock can kill an adult. A poor baby wouldn't stand a chance. Exactly. The cold water comment he was talking about was not to oh no, this was cold showers and cold baths. And Donna, I absolutely agree with you. I don't think we know even 10% of what the hell Jesse put Elijah through. Elijah looked absolutely petrified in that photo. And Jesse admitted that he was scared. And then he said he respected me. There was a couple instances in this probable cause where Jesse admitted that little Elijah was in fear. In fear. Jesse gave him cold showers as punishment, besides having him stand in place for hours. Not to mention, he said that morning that he took Jesse took Elijah into the bedroom, and he didn't change his diaper because he was tired. And I said this, I think, on PG's show yesterday. We're all tired when we change diapers. If you've ever changed diapers, let me tell you something. We do it with our eyes closed, but we do it. We do it exhausted. We do it when we're sick. We do it when we're happy. We do it when we're sad. We do it when we don't feel like it. We do it at 3 a.m., at 6 a.m., at 9 p.m., at noon, whenever it needs done. I had twins. Trust me, it is rough, but you do it because that's what parents and caregivers do. So if he was tired to change his diaper, was he tired to give him food? Did he hold, liquids from him? Was trying to get him off the bottle. He said he gave him shredded wheat, it sounds like, without milk. He is 3 years old. This is a little boy. This is a baby. Who still is wearing diapers and has a baba. And you are saying this is boot camp. I wouldn't do that to an adult, make them stand 1 to 3 hours, let alone a baby. A 3-year-old still is kind of bow-legged, you know what I mean, with the diaper between them. They're still at least 2 years away from kindergarten. Crimes, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I want to thank Shelly Ann. Thank you for becoming a member as well, my dear. I appreciate you. Little Miss Sunshine, thank you always. I really do love and appreciate you. Thank you so much. Crimes have consequences. Thank you so much. I love you, my dear. Appreciate you. Erica says, I have a 2-year-old son, and I just cannot imagine. He just started walking maybe 4 months ago. Yes. And every single one of us, there is 7 billion people, over 7 billion people on the planet. Not all of us talk at the same time, walk at the same time, and no 3-year-old. And let me say, they call it terrible twos. 3s are actually worse. They're difficult. They call them terrible twos. It's not terrible twos. It's terrible 3s. But it is what it is. Don't have a kid if you can't handle it. Right? And if Katrina has been through this before, she was doing so good after she got clean and got the kids back. And then she gets with this guy. And immediately things start to go south. Very quickly go south. Yeah, that's right. It's not terrible twos. Twos is easy. Three, well, none of it's easy, but threes is. So is mom on? In my opinion, yes. I would absolutely bet, in my opinion, that she absolutely, my opinion, is on DRUGS. Justin, do you think they will find him? I hope. I hope. And that is why they not only want information about the day they said he went missing, which was February 20th, but they want it before that too. And in my opinion, that states something significant. Significant. I think, let me show you. I really think that this is probably the last photos and or videos left that we will ever see of Elijah. This guy is getting a breathalyzer installed for his own actions. And this is haunting. This photo right here is haunting. This is a photo of Jesse and Elijah. Elijah looks so unhappy. And he looks scared. Camera car tracking 2024. This was on February 16th. And let this be our motivation to make sure that this bastard is locked up for the rest of his life if a court proves that he is involved. This guy said Elijah didn't talk or anything the whole time, 45 minutes waiting. Yes. He didn't talk. He didn't really even move. You can tell he's uncomfortable. I described it as yesterday. The best thing I could think of is just like, if you're riding an airplane and you're sitting in the middle and there's someone on each side of you and you don't want to touch them. You know what I mean? You're uncomfortable because you don't know either person. And you're just like this. But times that with 100 with this kid. It breaks my heart. Look at every photo that we got of this. Look at Jesse. looking at him. Now look at this. Jesse's got his hand on him right here. Elijah did walk in. He did walk in for sure. Yes. Yeah. If you want to call in, you're welcome to call in. Sure. We'll finish our stuff up here in a little bit. But yeah, you can call in. Yeah, just a perfect little boy. If you send a voicemail, it's best to text me or call me or email me because I rarely check my voicemails like ever. Yes, he is standing in that picture. Second. Thank you for calling, caller.
Hi, Justin. It's Haley.
Hey, Haley.
I just wanted to mention something really fast.
Sure.
I noticed a lot of people in chat talking about respect, and I think that Elijah did not grow up seeing what respect is, but I do think that every child, especially starting at like age 3, age 2, sees different forms of respect.
Sure.
I have a 3-year-old, and she definitely knows what respect is because she was raised in a very loving home, a very respectful home. Like, we talk to her in her own words and on her level, and she knows not to hit. She knows not to kick. She knows that that is not nice. And so I think that it's really, respect is viewed by a child based on what they see at their own home.
It's based upon example how you run your household.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that even 2-year-olds, they know what a form of respect is, and they know what respect is not. And
Absolutely.
how they're raised.
Yeah. Yeah, it's instilled, it's if you're screaming in the house 24/7 or cussing or whatever, the kid is going to do the same thing. They're little, they're learning in the process, right? And that's what I was talking about the other day. Whenever kids are getting into stuff, they're learning. They're learning, right? I mean, it's we don't want them to get in, things and stuff, and we got to teach them don't get into this or whatever. But that's why they are the way they are. That's why they're always moving, always on. They're learning at the basic level. Yeah. So, and I mean, I can't imagine a baby standing for 1 to 3 hours, and it's so much more worse than what he said. It has to be. If he admitted this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the affidavit, it has to be just 1 or 2% of what went on.
Yes.
It's just to get them arrested and charged.
Yep. That's what enough to.
Yeah, he was tortured, and I hate it for him. It makes me want to cry because I can't imagine what he went through.
I know. And there is so many kids that go through this right now.
I hate it.
I know.
So, anyways, I just wanted to say that.
All right, honey. Thank you for calling.
Okay, bye,
right,
Justin.
Bye. Oh, she's going to get me crying. It's too much. It's too much. How the fuck does someone do this? I don't know. I really don't. You think kids, it's hard. It's hard raising kids. It's not an easy job, but you have to be more mature than the child, right? You have to be more mature than the child. And unfortunately, if you are not, and you're consumed with yourself, consumed with control, kids want to be part of something. We all want to be part of something. Every single one of us. Everybody wants to be accepted. Everybody wants to be loved. It's the human nature. And just like the caller was saying, if you guide your child as a good example, you don't really have to do much other than that, is just be an example. Because if they go do something that is not normal for your household, and you're looking at them like, why are you doing that? We would never do that in this house, or whatever, right? They don't want to be, they want to be with you, right? They want to be on mom's team, on dad's team, on the family team, right? Thank you so much, Canadian Mama Bear. It's very kind of you, my dear. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. We do have the best chats, Carla. We really do. They don't want to disappoint you. Yeah. Yeah. That's a great way to say it. Second to no one. I'm a firm believer, if you respect your child will respect you. I'm always done that, and unfortunately, I've not had many issues with behaviors. Yeah. Can't understand why the mother would want her child to be disciplined by a virtual stranger and have him abused. I can't understand why a mother would want anyone but herself to discipline her child. That's what I can't understand. Particularly if she had been through this in the very recent past. Yes. And listen, and Carla, listen, we still want to make our parents proud. Even if your family, if you're 50 years old and your mother or your father is 80, you still want to make them proud. But Elijah was failed miserably. Miserably failed. Lolo, there is. Too many Elijahs, Quentins, Summers, Audreys, Orens, and Orsons. Too many. The truth. My mom is the first person that I called when something good happens and when something bad happens. Yeah. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Oakley. Yeah. There's so many. There's so many we could name. Guidance. Heck, I promised my mom I would not drive on a certain highway, and to do this day, I do not. Yeah. We're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over some dates and some timelines and stuff. I was just sent Katrina's TikTok. There's no volume. This is 5:23:23. Could keep this. I want to see. Spirituality. Pretty sure. She apparently has this. Now look, she is very skinny here. Right, she is very, very skinny here. This is 5/19/2023. I got the moss person, but I like it. What does that mean? Where's the baby 5 hours ago? Oh, people wasn't looking. Baby unalive or 20 hours ago. What's up, baby girl? How you been? Did you know she's a baby killer talking about her baby? Look at this. Look at little Elijah. Look at that. If that doesn't melt your heart. Yeah, Jesse Cook is Jesse Vang, yeah. Maybe Kate Moss, look. Now, he doesn't have any clothes on there. But this was in May. Can't hurt to try, right?
You eating barbecue sauce?
No. I just
Okay, anyways. That was so random. You want to go see him?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't play the music.
Approach me, ask what kind of dog I have.
It's a beautiful baby girl. Sounds like she's shows her dogs more than she does her kids. What is this? YOASAB, Yosabi. That's weird. No sound on that one. Look at this. DV awareness. 32323. Look at this. 21521.
Wait for it.
Hold on. Hold on. See, this is from the X. Whenever those reports we read before, 21521, 21521, 3/2/21 left my user, and this is today. See, she was, like I said, she was very. My gut tells me cultural differences. She was doing really good. What's that? Creepy. Why?
And there's a bunch of clothes on the floor.
Oh my God. He's in the washer. Look, he's in the washer. It's not very safe. She's watching him, but still, like, it's not a good way to. This was a cute one. 12623. One 2323. Yeah, he looks like he's out of control, doesn't he, y'all? He looks like a normal kid. Get him a car and drive. He would rather push it. Oops, sorry. 12323.
Get him a. He would rather.
They're adorable children. Just perfect. Just perfect. Amazing that, yes, just a perfect child. Perfect child. I'm going to show you Jesse's now as well. Oh, that breaks my heart. See, she's got, this is 12, 22. She's got, oops, like Chinese, Mandarin. Me trying to understand gangster English. Oh, hold on one second. All right, let's go to Jesse's and let's see Jesse's real quick. His is under Jesse Cook. His says, laugh, it's a joke. Add me and I'll add back. $ green gold 84 is. It's got his. Does he have like anything? Is there anything of him on here? Is that him? No. I don't know if he's got anything of him on here whatsoever. Yeah, his is like. All right, let's find. Here we go. Let's see if we can find. Yeah, his is like
Some scary moments for customers at a Kansas Home Depot. Police responded to reports of a bomb threat at.
Alrighty then. No videos of like him on there. No videos of him on there. All right. So I want to go to this calendar. Okay, this is February 2024. Take this down for a second. Now, let me make this up here. All right. So what we're going to do, Audrey's mom was on Nancy's. Oh, God, we're going to talk about Steven. He was naked. Disgusting. They do grow up too fast. You're right. All right. So in this affidavit, let's look at some dates. We're going to go over some dates. So, let me find something real quick. All right, so 2024 is when Elijah first started going to Jesse's house, right? So let's write this. January. January 2024. January 2024 started going to Jesse. Does he spell it Jessie or E? Or Jessee? Can't remember. Okay. All right. So this is when he first started going, but we're gonna Jesse. Okay. That's how I had it. All right. So this is when he first started going to the house. We're going to go over this affidavit here. Elijah sent, first time Jesse went to the house, and to Jesse in 2/12/24. Let's go to this affidavit here. 1/2/2024. Okay, so he originally went on 2/12, right? 2/12/24 is when Katrina dropped him off. Katrina dropped Elijah off at Jesse's house. Okay, and that was February 12, 2024. So that was on a Monday. What is it? Oh, okay, Jesse. Okay, that's how I spelled it. What am I doing? Okay. I can't see the baby being so sweet, knowing he was tortured, and I know. What Jody thinks possibly this could all have been. Okay. Oops. All right. So we got January 2024 is when Elijah first, which in my opinion is probably when he started being abused. Now, remember, Jesse said it was a privilege for him to go back to his mother's home in this probable cause. All right. Now on 2/12/214 in this affidavit, we got 214. Let me look at this. February 17th, February 16th. Didn't she go back on the 14th or something like that? February 12th, 2024 and February 2024 she didn't have any. So she claims from February 12th to February 14th that she had no interactions with her son, but that can't be true because she was at the house on the 14th. So she is lying there. That's an absolute lie. All right. So we got Katrina at Jesse's house, February 14th, 2024. All right, so I got 3 of those. I'm gonna figure this out. Katrina said it was only a week, but really that's 11 days, February 12th through the 23rd. All right. Okay, the 20. What's the next date we got in the affidavit here? So the 16th is when they go to the mechanic shop. Was it the 16th? 16th? Or this? Yes, because it was on a Friday. Yep. Okay. So let's do February 16th, 2024. Jesse and Elijah seen at shop. And that's on a Friday. All right. Okay. Let me look at the chat. They may have done something to him and got him good and gone before reporting it. I think that's exactly what happened. I think that is exactly what happened. In my opinion, at least. All right. On 220, Vang consented to meeting with law enforcement and agreed with the consensual interview. So 220, which is also the day. So Elijah is reported missing February 20th. Elijah reported missing February 24. Okay. Let me fix this. February. We'll do this. I'm going to make like a timeline. February 16th. February 20th. Okay. So Katrina didn't spend Valentine. That's a good point. Good point, always late.
Okay.
Thank you for calling, caller.
Yes, is it Justin?
This is.
I love your show.
Thank you.
I love watching your show.
Thank you.
I wanted to see what you think about something.
Okay.
I read an article the other day about this little girl that was put in a bucket of concrete.
Yes.
And was put in a storage building.
Yes.
And on the sign on your show, it shows a storage building by the auto parts he went to. You think he might have could have put him in some kind of a storage building?
I mean, anything is possible. However, they're just going to that what they're doing is I'm sure they're retracing the phone data to see where he has been and
Right.
where his car has been. If his car's, has got enough tech in it, I guess, to
Right.
know where it is,
Mhm.
and also where Katrina has been.
Right. Right. Mm.
So,
I feel so sad for that little baby.
I
For
know
all of them.
it's
I
a
watch your show. I watch a lot of the shows,
yeah.
but I love yours,
Oh, thank you so
and it's
much.
heartbreaking.
It
I have
really
got
is.
8 children myself, and my last 2 are twins. They're 22, and I didn't take my eyes off of them.
Yes, I know.
It's heartbreaking.
Kids, I mean,
It can happen to.
there's so many that just don't even care anymore about their kids.
I know it's
Thank you,
awful.
Ash. Yeah.
He's such a beautiful little boy, precious.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking in the dump, they're looking in the water, they're looking in the land. And remember, this dump is like 40 minutes away.
Right. Mm. That's so sad. That's sad.
Yeah.
The way these people do these babies.
Yes.
Little angels, little gifts from God. You know?
They really are.
They are. They truly are. Well, I just wanted to call. Hey, I love your show.
Oh.
You do a great job.
Thank you, my dear.
And I pray. I've been praying for this family, for this baby, for all of them.
Yeah.
And I pray they find him safe and well.
Yeah.
You know? But God bless you, and y'all have a good night.
Thank you for calling, my dear. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. So sad. So sad. Okay. Well, so before we got that phone call, Always Late said they weren't spending Valentine's Day together. You would think that this being their first Valentine's Day, Katrina went to Jesse's at 11 p.m. the night of the 16th and left the early morning of 17th. Yes. That's a huge one right there. Katrina what went to Jesse house on night of February 16th and left early morning on 17th. She also said Elijah looked tired. So we need to put this down here. Let's put this over here. All right. So far we got January 20th, 2024, Elijah started going to Jesse's house. On February 12th, just one second, caller, 1 second, caller. So we got February 2024. January is when he started. Katrina dropped Elijah off February 12th at Jesse's house. Okay. Oh no, she wasn't. Hold on. She was there on the 14th, wasn't she? She was there on February 14th. And then February 16th is when they're seen at the shop. And it just so happens, I think after they left the shop, something happened. And that is when Katrina comes very late into the night and leaves the next morning. my opinion. Thank you for calling, caller.
Oh, thank you. Just appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Just love the show and have such a calming effect in all this duress we're going through
Oh,
with these kids. And I this is more of a statement and a shout out for law enforcement. I appreciate them putting them in jail because I couldn't think of the name of the kid where you went down there. Someone in the chat reminded me it was Quentin.
Quentin Simon. Yep.
Right. You went down there, right?
Yep.
Okay, so they found him in a landfill. Am I right?
They did. It was a month or two
Is
later.
there one? Yeah. Is there one near this situation?
There
landfill?
is. I mean, yeah, but they're looking at the landfill. It's like 30 minutes away or so.
Right. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, really.
Yeah.
I mean, 30, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't know why they didn't arrest that mom. Remember, she was gallivanting around and mocking the press and you guys.
It was bad. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Whenever the parents she was playing Disney on Ice out in the backyard while her child was missing.
Just crazy and dancing in the window. Remember?
Yes.
Like the taunt you guys, just awful. So I hate to change the subject, but are they both in jail, the mom and grandma?
No, just the mom. Just the mom is in jail.
So the mom is in jail. Okay.
Yep, Leilani.
And that's it. She's done.
She's as good as done. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you.
You're
Love
welcome.
you to pieces.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye, honey. Surely they've examined her vehicle. So the vehicle that was given, the vehicle that she has was given by Jesse. She was having some car trouble or something. And yeah, Leilani's is set for 2025. But it was given by Jesse, and that's another way, in my opinion, a way he could have that much more control. Does he have a boat? That's a good question. I don't think so. But remember how close Lake Michigan is. Lake Michigan is, I can't even think of it. I need to. All right, let's look at this affidavit real quick and let's see here. What's going on? So, February 20th, law enforcement has been unsuccessful in locating as of February 26th. On 2/20/2024, the detectives went to Jesse's house and stated that the mother stated that the victim has been staying with him recently, 1 month, but not continuous. Fang stated that on today's date, 2/20, he woke up with his autistic son. Okay. Another thing is he woke up to get his son on the bus at 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then he wakes up at about 11, but he calls basically the single second that he wakes up. That doesn't happen. That's not normal. If you wake up, you're going to look around, right? See where he's, if he's in the house somewhere or whatever. You're not just going to wake up and call. This was absolutely planned. And I also wonder, in those couple days, did they have any type of throwaway phones? You know, anything like that? That would be interesting as well. 1 second here. So, they don't just arrest the mom and the guy that they're living. FBI called in too late. I don't know. I think the FBI will get a hold of him pretty quickly. All right, let's look at this. Okay, doesn't matter there. Okay. On 2/20, Glasser spoke with Katrina, stated that the victim has been in the care of Jesse for 1 week. Katrina resides in Wisconsin Dells. Now, Wisconsin Dells, so if Wisconsin Dells is 2 or 3 hours, this is not something that you go, Justin Pryor, trash day for the apartment. It was actually the morning he went missing. And that's another problem. I think that's another reason why they're looking in the dump. You know, we don't know if he's in the woods, if he's in the landfill, if he's in the water, if he's been, you know, disposed in the woods or whatever. Sounds like Vang had a big day planned on the 20th. He couldn't sleep, so he used alcohol and muscle relaxers to fall asleep. Why couldn't he sleep the night before he reported Elijah missing? Good question. The 19th was also a holiday. What was it? What holiday was the 19th? Is it true they found new of his shoe by the dumpster? Sure, Teresa, you can text me, of course. Oh, hold on, I'm getting something here. Ooh, what's this? What is this? 1028. So on Christmas Day of 2020, Jesse was arrested for DV. I just got this in. He was arrested for DV on let me find it here. He had 6 counts, 12/25/2020. He pled not guilty on 4/13/2021. Disorderly conduct, possession of a pew-pew as a convicted felon. What else? So, who was it that we was talking about a case just recently, and something happened on Christmas Day as well? Or maybe it was Thanksgiving Day. these people get lit, I guess, on, like Christmas Day and stuff like that. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry I didn't see this. The other Sharon, thank you so much for 6 months, my dear. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate you so very much, my dear. Let's see here. Sharon, do appreciate you. And allegedly with Brittany, here we go again. Another baby, innocent baby failed by these parents. Thank you. Oh, thank you, my love. I love you and I appreciate you. You have a wonderful channel. A very good channel, Brittany. So keep doing it. Keep doing it, girl. Jesse gave himself away by saying how he lost. Yes, he did. He totally gave himself away in that. He's like, I've got a regular lock. What else is it? A deadbolt and then a chain. And then he keeps them locked up. Mm-hmm. Sure you do. Hold on 1 second. Someone just sent me a message. Oh, that's so cute. I'll share this with you. I don't think they'll mind. Someone just sent me picture their foster puppies. Isn't that cute? We all need a smile like that, don't we? He needs to go install locks for, yeah. Thank you, Brittany. I didn't see it till like a half an hour later, but I appreciate you. Isn't that cute? Sometimes we need little foster puppies. So adorable. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so where were we? On the evening of 2/19/2024, Vang changed victim's diaper prior to him going to bed at approximately 8 to 9 a.m. Okay. 2/19/2024. He then watched Ready Player One. He stated that the victim was not watching the movie. Vang said he put him in punishment. He stated that the victim will stand in the corner or stand by the bed by me. Vang said he gets pretty tired from, I guess, like from standing too. Duh. He explained he was asked about February 19, 2024, if he made the victim stand, in which he replied, yeah, for like probably 2 or 3 hours. Vang confirmed again that the victim stands 2 to 3 hours without sitting. In the event the victim tries to sit down, Vang will say, you want cold water? Does this mean he's drinking cold water or he's putting cold water on him? Because earlier, I think in this probable cause, he said something to the effect of giving him a shower or a bath. Cold shower on him. That's what I thought too. It's got to be a cold shower. If Elijah used to drinking milk and it was taken away, he would be so low on protein. Yes. Yeah. Well, it sounds like he didn't get any protein while he was eating either. He had cereal and kind of like junk food, right? I know, Dispatch Crystal, it's terrible. BB says the children that survive this type of mistreatment are usually the adults with mental illness, in my opinion. Yeah, they're just mental illness, or they're just damn evil. You know? One or the other. 212 to 220. He was in a timeout. Let's see here. Huh. So what do we got here? 214. So she was, do I got it on my timeline? She was there the 14th on Valentine's Day. Perfect. Okay. Now, what else do we need? They go to 216. Now, 220 is when, do I got it on here? Is when she's last seen. Okay, we got that on there. 220, last reported missing. Let's see here. So this is all we got. Basic. Oh, what I do with my thing? Uh-oh. Okay, there, I fixed it. Can you imagine these babies thinks, where's the mommy, where's the grandma? Mm-hmm. Remember poor AJ who was abused and put in a cold shower. That's what I was just talking about earlier. He died of hypothermia and malnutrition. Elijah did not know his bio father's family name. They need to go. Yep, they need to just have Jesse sit in a depends for 24 hours a day and standing in the fucking corner for 24 hours a day, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Dispatch Crystal. It's very kind of you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my love. I do appreciate it. Thank you. It's very sweet of you. Right, it keeps going through his mind. He was probably crying for his. I can't imagine being 3 years old. I mean, he doesn't know this man. You know, it's essentially him getting kidnapped, in my opinion, him getting kidnapped with a stranger and this stranger torturing him, but his mom comes by every once in a while and Jesse says, "It's a privilege. You get to go home. Remember that." That's what I get from it. A 3-year-old would normally be asleep at 8 p.m. in the winter, right? So would be up by 7. His mom should have been there right when he was waking up. Instead, it sounds like he was alone when he was. Oh, yeah. I think we're a couple more to 1,000, guys. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, let's get to 1,000. Greatly appreciate it. He said he ate a few cereal and no milk. I don't see why didn't you give the baby milk? Why didn't you give him milk? He's still in a bottle. You can't just go cold turkey especially he's got all of these stresses around him anyways, right? He doesn't have any toys. He's not allowed to play. He's constantly getting punished. He's constantly standing in a corner, either praying or saying he's sorry to mommy, standing 1 to 3 hours at a time, and getting cold showers and or baths. This is very stressful. So you think, and also getting changed maybe once per day. So he thinks this is going to make him a big boy and he's going to listen. 3-year-olds don't listen. They're 3. Exactly. Exactly, Emma. Exactly. I think, in my opinion, let's see. Thank you for calling, caller.
Hey, Justin, it's Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, I was in the chat. I typed this in, but I don't think you saw it. Just think about what Chris McDonough said about Don Wells. If there's already an abuser in the house,
Yep.
chances are another abuser isn't going to just show up.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm thinking. There's already an abuser in the house.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the people who get they don't get taken by another abuser. It's the one in the house, right?
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, to me,
So
it's so clear. It's clear as day, in my opinion, that nobody took this little boy other than the parents or Katrina or Jesse knows, and more Jesse, but Katrina knows a lot more as well.
So the FBI was there. Did the card team show up? Do you know? And has anybody said what they found? Was there anything? I mean, are they even considering an abduction?
I mean,
yeah.
Technically, there is the Amber Alert is still active, so technically, yes.
Yeah, but same for Summer, right?
Correct.
But she wasn't abducted. We know that.
Yeah, I don't think she was abducted by anyone other than her parents, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, and in fact, the FBI or the card team had said that too. No sign of an abduction.
Absolutely.
With Summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I try to pay attention to what Chris says. I figure he's experienced.
Absolutely.
And that just, it makes perfect sense to me. What are the chances?
It's these, we've been through unfortunately, so many of these cases, and they all have, there's always circumstances that overlap in these cases, right? It's just it's like drugs, or it's parents that are just have a really bad history, or there's a boyfriend, and there's always abuse and or neglect. Always, it seems.
Yeah, and drugs and or alcohol too.
Yep.
Yeah, the only one in the last 3 years I've seen that hasn't been like that is Brandy with the little monkey.
Yes, and his was a legitimate abduction.
Absolutely.
Abduction, and which is the absolute rarest out of all of them is a stranger abduction. It is so incredibly rare.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the writing's on the wall here. It's just finding the little guy.
Yes.
Which is very sad. So
could be anywhere. And if he is in the dump, it is almost impossible to find them in a dump. And it took well over a month, maybe even closer to 2 months, to find
Yes.
to find little Quentin Simon, and I honestly wasn't sure that they was going to be able to find him, because most people that is in the dump, the landfill, stay in the landfill.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, how sad is that? I mean, they didn't find all of Quentin,
right.
but enough, I guess.
Yeah.
So just so sad. And then also, I'm not believing that he walked the 15-year-old to the bus that morning.
I don't
He
know.
was so tired and everything.
I mean, if the boy, I think he probably did walk him to the bus. I think he didn't want him to be there the morning that he was, calling the police and everything. And you really can't lie. If your kid was at school, then he was at school, right?
Yeah. So now, somebody said that Jesse went to the bar on the night of the 16th. Is that right?
I haven't heard that. I just know that he said he drank a couple alcoholic beverages and then took a muscle relaxer.
Oh, okay. Because in the chat, somebody was saying he had gone to the bar on the 16th. I hadn't heard that before. So, and here's another thing that stuck out to me is that what Jesse said, he put him to bed at between 8 and 9 p.m. on the 19th.
Yeah.
But then on the 16th, the mother was there at 11 p.m. and he was on the couch and he looked tired. Is that right?
That's what
I mean, did the
Katrina
little
says.
guy have a bedtime or what?
I don't think he had a bedtime with Jesse. I think it was just constant 24 around the clock torture.
Yeah. Oh my God. Absolutely horrible. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking that in my mind, I'm thinking the 17th, the 16th or the 17th, something happened. And I can't imagine, if the mother is a druggie. How many druggies do you know that wake up early in the morning and get going, Why the heck did she have to leave early?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. Okay, well, I'm glad I got all that out. It was bugging me.
Thank you for calling, my dear.
Thanks, Justin.
Appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Okay. So we see February 16, 20. What time was he at the shop there? We've got the photos. Let's go back and look at those photos, because I think we have in my opinion, law enforcement hasn't stated this, but I'm telling you my opinion. I thought there was a time on this. Wasn't there a time on this? Let's go. Oh, here we go. Well, it's cut off. It's cut off there. Guidance to you between, I'm seeing two different answers. $15, $23, 12, 1, 2, 12, 13, 14, 15. So like 3:30. There is on the water cooler over. Let's see here. Okay, here it is. What does that say, though? To me, it looks like 17:33. 5:33. And I wonder how, and so he was there for like 45 minutes, I'm guessing, because if he was there 45 minutes because he said he sat there for 45 minutes and he didn't say anything. So that's 5:33. So let's just say they got out of there by 6:15. If he was there for 45 minutes, we'll just say 6:15. He got there at 5:33. He's out by 6:15. I think something happened after he left, anywhere from 6:30 till Katrina victim had been at Jesse's at approximately 1 week. I'm looking at this affidavit here. Katrina's statement said she had not been at the Manitowoc area on February 16 to 17, 24. Law enforcement located messages of Vang and Jesse and Katrina's at approximately 6:39 p.m. and 6:49 p.m. February 17, 2024, where Vang tells Katrina that he is angry at the victim overfilled his diaper with poop and pee. All right, let's go back to this. Okay, right here. Make it bigger for you. So if we are at 6:30 on February 16, 17, 2024, law enforcement located messages from Katrina and Jesse at approximately 6:39 p.m. and 6:49 p.m. That's February 17th, though. This is what's confusing me. So that's the discrepancy in the timeline because the ignition interlock probably takes longer than that. Well, this is what it's okay. In the probable cause, based upon analysis of the cell phones, specifically located data obtained, the law enforcement obtained information that contradicted Katrina's statement that she had not been in Manitowoc area on February 16th and 17th, 2024. Law enforcement located messages where was that? Located messages from Jesse and Katrina at approximately 6:39 p.m. and 6:49 p.m. February 17th, where Jesse tells Katrina that he is angry that the victim overfilled his diaper with poop and pee, and that Jesse gave Elijah a cold shower. Jesse noted that Elijah was clean but scared. So he had to go missing on the 17th, in my opinion. He had to go missing on the 17th because Jesse's mad at this point. Right? He's pissed off. He's mad that he overfilled his diaper because he's only changed once a day. One night, I didn't know my water heater was broken. I hopped in the shower, holy moly, I wasn't right for hours. The police got her on the phone pings. Yes. There is video of him driving out that night, stated it was the bar, but I don't believe it. So they gave him a cold shower on the 17th evening. Maybe that's when, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So in my opinion, it didn't happen the 16th, but something happened. He was already irritated that he had a filled diaper. He was already irritated that he had a filled diaper on the 17th, and he gave him a bath. He texted Katrina, and that's when he said he was bad. So let's go back to this calendar. You think that night early? Well, the problem with that, though, guidance, unless Jesse is lying when he is messaging her, and this happened prior, but at February 17th in the evening, 6:39 p.m. and 6:49 p.m., he's angry. He's angry. This is in the evening of February 17th. Spoke to Katrina. Detective Glasser spoke to Katrina, and she stated that Jesse was the enforcer. She discussed the limits, but she gave the discipline, including praying, blah, blah, blah. Let me look over here. Okay. On February 20th. All right. But there's a problem as well. Let's look at this. On February 16, 24, she said she had left Wisconsin Dells around 6 or 7 p.m. and arrived at Two Rivers late that night. She saw the victim on the couch, but he was tired. She said she left early morning on February 17th. She was confronted about being in Two Rivers on a different day, and she admitted she was in Two Rivers on February 14th for a period of time, but then went back home. He explained that he does not want to be mean, but he is trying to teach him to be more respectful. He does not want to be mean, but he's trying to teach him. He was asked on February 19th if he made the victim stand, in which he replied, yes, for probably 2 to 3 hours. Thank Katrina for taking him over. Yeah, Wisconsin doesn't have that. If he was in control of the discipline, then why did he text her about the full diaper? To complain? Because he was pissed because he was going to hurt him or had already. That's a very good point. Oh, something when I was 20. Second here. I think something happened on the 17th or the 18th. I'm going to have to. Are they searching Wisconsin Dells too? I believe so. Yes, I believe so. Maybe Katrina went and got Elijah and harms himself. I don't know. We'll have to see. Guys, I've been on here 2.5 hours. I've got to go do some stuff, but I will be back. I'm going to try to come back later. If not, I may jump on my other channel in a little bit. We'll have to see. 17th, my opinion. GD says. With a dude like that. Yeah. For dating, they sure did spend much time with the. Thank you, Grace. Yes, prayers for Elijah. Thank you, guidance. I'm going to look more. I'm going to do more. What year is that Honda? It's an older, I think it's a little bit of an older one. That's the problem. I also think it was sooner. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, By the Bay. Thank you, Lolo. We'll continue to look at it. I've got it in my records. I've got it somewhere too. I'll look. 2003. Then if it's a 2003, then it's not going to have all that stuff. Thank you, Amy. Yes, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe and hit that thumbs up if you haven't. It's the way we get it out there. So thank you guys. I love you all. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Love you. Bye-bye.